Hello, fellow paranormal enthusiast, and welcome to
The Ghost Watch.
And today is the most haunted places in Missouri. Missouri, also known as the Show Me State, was the 24th state admitted to the Union on August 10th, 1821. St. Louis, Missouri, is home to the famous Gateway Arch. Missouri was also the departure point for Lewis and Clark's expedition to the west, and Independence, Missouri, near Kansas City, was home to U.S. President Harry S. Truman, and it was a departure point for several famous wagon trails to the west, including the Oregon Trail. First on the most haunted places list is the Drury Inn Suites in Creve Coeur. Oddly enough, Creve Coeur is also where the headquarters for this company is, and this hotel is said to have a haunted fifth floor. Full-bodied apparitions have been seen just walking down the hallway, disembodied voices and footsteps are heard, and a phantom elevator has been heard, and when checked out, there are no elevators on the fifth floor at the time. Next up is the Vale Mansion in Independence. It was built in the 1870s by businessman Harvey Vale, and it was built in Second Empire architecture. In the 1880s, Harvey Vale was involved in what was called the Star Route scandal, where he was twice charged with fraud, but both times it ended in a not guilty verdict. His wife Sophia, distraught from her husband's crimes and her stomach cancer, took a fatal dose of morphine and died in the home. In the early 1900s, the home was turned into a sanatorium where patients with TB or tuberculosis were treated. Today it is a museum and is said to be haunted by Sophia Vale. She has been seen peering out of windows, and she has also been seen wandering the property. Also, some people have reported negative and oppressive feelings possibly left over from the sanatorium. Next up is the Belvoir Winery in Liberty. This used to be the Oddfellows Home District, which is an international fraternity. There was a school and a hospital on the property. There was also a cemetery. And spirits of children have been seen running around. An old man who likes to play pranks is said to haunt the building, and also many ghost hunters have captured EVPs throughout Belvoir Winery. At number 6 is the whole town of Avila, Missouri. Located just east of Joplin, Missouri, this small rural village was founded in 1856. And this small settlement is known for a local legend, the legend of Rotten Johnny Reb. He was a Confederate bushwhacker, which was similar to a guerrilla fighter. He was never properly buried in the town, and supposedly his skull was actually hanged from a tree. And now he seeks revenge on the town. His spirit supposedly has been seen around town, along with several different shadow people. Next up was Zombie Road, located outside of St. Louis in Wildwood, Missouri. This hiking trail, actually named Lawler Ford Road, with old railroad tracks and abandoned shacks, this oddly named road is creepy as it is. There are many reports of people seeing dozens of shadowy figures darting around the woods. One supposed spirit is that of a Della Hamilton McCullough, who was the wife of a judge. She was struck and killed by a train in the area in 1876. One popular legend for Zombie Road is that one of the Zombie Killer, a creepy hermit who lived out in the woods and would attack people that were too close to his shack. It is also the site of one of the largest Native American burial mounds in the country, which might explain reports of Native American spirits roaming the woods. Also, the tracks were known for many train derailments and was a main reason for them being abandoned. Next is the Piscian Castle in Springfield. Built in 1913 by the Knights of Piscius, and during World War II it was owned by the military and used as a prisoner of war camp. Today, it is an events facility, and many ghost hunters have investigated its halls. Ghostly apparitions have been seen wandering the halls of the building, and there are many videos on YouTube about ghost hunts here. Ghost Adventures crew and Ghost Lab also investigated the Piscian Castle. At number 4 are the Jefferson Barracks in Lemay. Built in 1826, right on the banks of the mighty Mississippi River, it is currently the oldest active military base in the U.S. west of the Mississippi River, being currently used by the Air National Guard and the U.S. Army. Throughout the years and multitude of conflicts, this was a military post that was used as a recruiting center, military hospital, resupply stop, and basic training center. The United States Regiment of Dragoons, a class of mounted infantry, were formed here in 1832. With all the activity that took place here, many spirits have stayed behind. A Confederate general is seen in the commander's office. A shadow figure is seen sitting in a random office. A ghostly guard is seen patrolling around the powder kegs. Disembodied footsteps are heard. Lights have been known to turn on and off on their own. Toilets have been known to flush on their own. And a ghost shouting military commands has been heard around the barracks. Number 3 is the Union Station in Kansas City. Opened in 1914, it was incredibly busy during the 1940s, especially during World War II. It shut down in 1985, but it reopened as a train station and a museum as well as a shopping area at the turn of the 21st century. And also many spirits are said to be trying to catch trains here still. A former worker who mysteriously disappeared has supposedly been seen haunting the basement. A woman in black is seen wandering the corridors, and a phantom train has been heard, along with many other full-bodied apparitions with luggage, waiting to board a train that came decades ago. At number 2 is the Missouri State Penitentiary. Located in Missouri's capital city of Jefferson City, it was in use from 1836 to 2004. It housed many infamous inmates, from boxer Sonny Liston to the man who assassinated Martin Luther King Jr., James Earl Ray, who actually escaped from here. Today, it operates as a museum, and ghost tours are offered here due to people seeing full-bodied apparitions, possibly the inmates who were killed in a riot in the 1950s. Disembodied voices are heard, and creepy, unexplainable knocks and bangs are also heard with no one around. And the most haunted place in Missouri, the Lemp Mansion. Located in St. Louis, this mid-19th century home was occupied by the Lemp family, who owned the successful Lemp Brewery. When Prohibition hit the United States in 1919, the Lemp Brewery was unable to continue its success and ultimately had to shut down. Due to this and a decline in funds, William J. Lemp Jr., the president of the company at the time of its closure, shot and killed himself in December of 1922. However, he wasn't the only Lemp to commit suicide in the mansion's confines. His father, William Lemp Sr., killed himself by gunshot in 1904 after his fourth son, Frederick, died of heart failure, and his close friend, Frederick Pabst, died. Then there was Elsa Lemp, who killed herself after being in an abusive relationship. She didn't do this at Lemp Mansion, however, but it was yet another Lemp who shot and killed themselves. The fourth and final Lemp to commit suicide was Charles Lemp, the third son of William Lemp Sr., he was also the final Lemp to live in the Lemp Mansion. He shot himself in May of 1949 and left a suicide note exclaiming, "In case I am found dead, blame it on no one but me." There is also the story of Zeke, a young boy who was born with a deformation and kept in the attic. However, there are no records to substantiate this claim. Due to all of this tragedy, many claim that Lemp Mansion is one of the most haunted places, not just in Missouri, but the entire United States. Everyone who passed away in the mansion are supposedly seen on occasion as full-bodied apparitions. Disembodied footsteps are heard. Random cold spots are felt throughout the mansion. People have reported being tapped on the shoulder when no one is there, and many report feeling depressed or sorrowful when they enter the Lemp Mansion in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did want to like and share the video, it would be much appreciated. Also, if you're interested, I do have other YouTube channels and social media links. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Amino is a great app that I use. If you guys want to follow me, I'll have links in the description below. Also in my other YouTube channels and my Twitch, Madfire Gamer. But if you want to see more of the Ghost Watch, why not subscribe for more paranormal activity, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.